So, the footage that I had before for my birthday nuggets, um, ilipotea or iliharibika. So, I have to do this again from where we left off. And so, yeah, I'll just get right into it. So, number 15 was happiness. Number 16 is I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, you are where you're supposed to be. There's always this feeling that you could be elsewhere, or you could be doing something else, or you could be like so and so has a job, you don't, or so is married and getting babies and you're not. You always have this constant voice in your brain telling you that you're not where you're supposed to be. I have come to learn that with every position that I am in, with everything that I do, that I am at that point for a reason. I am there when I am supposed to be there, yeah? It's something that, of course, took some time to learn, because I would constantly ask questions like, why have I not been admitted to the bar? And yet very many of my friends who I was in with, like in undergrad, KSL, they've been admitted, but the point it constantly disturbed me. But I just realized, you know what, I'm where I'm supposed to be. So yes, number 17, I am highly favored, yeah? And when I say that, I'm not boasting or anything, but I feel like so many things that have happened to me, it has just been God's favor in my life, everywhere I go, whether it's work, whether it's school, anywhere I step into, I feel like the Lord just follows me, and I, like, doors open. And you know, when you're in that situation at that point, you don't feel like you're favored. But as I sat down and I looked back at my life as I was turning a year older, I just realized, like, I've honestly throughout my life been favored by God and before men. And it's such an amazing feeling to feel like things are going good for you, and even when they're going bad, they're not so bad, you know? Like, you find that you're constantly favored, yeah? So that, for me, I felt it, and it has taught me to constantly appreciate the things that come my way, and the situations that I get into. And I feel like you as well should do that, yeah? Number 18, procrastination is the thief of time. You know, we had that saying so many times in high school, in primary school. You've not read for your KCSE, your KCPE, you're procrastinating, so you've not done your homework. But then as I grew older, that's when I realized the real meaning of procrastination. You push away stuff that something you could have done in 10 minutes. You push it 3 months ahead, and you might not even end up doing it, or even the purpose of doing it. You lose the purpose of why you were supposed to do something. And I just learned that if you think of something to do, or if you need to do something and you think of it at that point, do it. Do it immediately. Don't think like, oh, maybe I need this, or maybe it's not the right time, or maybe I don't have the right equipment. Like, for me, that was always my excuse when I was telling friends of mine that I want to start a YouTube page. I'm like, oh, I don't have a tripod stand. Oh, I don't have a camera, or my phone is like really bad quality camera. But I feel like the fact that I just started, like, I didn't push it. I finally just decided, you know what, it's about time. So do it at that point. When you think of it, when it comes to mind, just do it, yeah? Don't procrastinate, because it really does steal your time. It really does steal your energy. It steals so much from you. And when you look back, you'll be like, if I had done this a few months ago, or a few minutes ago, or a few days, years ago, it would have made a complete difference in your life, yeah? So I feel like we need to learn to, when you say something or when you want to do something, just do it. Don't stop yourself. Just go ahead and do it. Yeah. Change is from within. That's number 19. Okay. So many times you tell someone or you hope that someone will change, or someone keeps telling you, oh, there's something about you that I think you should change. And especially in relationships, it doesn't work like that. Like, so many people can say so many things about you, or you might think so many things about yourself, but the only way those things will change is when you decide yourself, like, okay, I'm going to change my time management, I'm going to change my eating habits, I'm going to change my lack of communication to my better half. As in, it always has to come from within. I'm going to change my negative attitude toward things, or I want to be a more positive person. As long as it does not come from you, as long as it doesn't come from within, that change is not going to happen. So as much as I learned that the hard way, I feel like it's something that everybody should know. That no matter how many times you tell or you hope that someone would change because, you love them and you think that the love is enough to make them want to change, as long as they don't want to, they will not change. As long as you do not want to change, you will not change, yeah? That's number 19. Number 20, your time will come. And that is with regards to also being where you are, like you're where you're supposed to be, yeah? Your time will come. There's so many times, again, same example, you see people have gone ahead, you maybe left uni with people and someone got a job immediately, someone else, I don't know, started a business, but you're just there. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying that you should be mediocre, yeah? But just know your time will come, that you'll get that job opportunity, your dream job will come, you will move out of home at the right time, you will get a boyfriend or a girlfriend at the right time, you will get married, have kids when your time comes, yeah? Don't constantly comparing yourself to others, then now gives you that mindset or that negative feeling of why am I not like so and so? Why isn't my time here yet? Why am I still jobless, Which is very sad, but I feel like it's time that we accept that everyone has a different time where they'll thrive, where shit may go wrong, but everyone has their time. I have my time. I have my time when my YouTube page will thrive, my YouTube channel. I have my time when things won't go well, but it is my time, yeah? And I need to learn to live in that moment, to appreciate that it's my time, yeah? Number 21, everything happens for a reason, yeah? It's one of the hardest things to accept in life, because it's very hard, and especially if something negative is happening, you will not accept or tell yourself that, oh, I got dumped for a reason, or I got fired for a reason, or I lost a loved one for a reason. Very many times we start to question, like, why is this happening to me? Why isn't it happening to anybody else? Or why is so-and-so having it good, and why is my life just turning to shit, yeah? So I feel like we need to appreciate that everything happens for a reason. We need to accept, and any time when you feel like you're in a situation where you're questioning why stuff is happening, pray about it. Ask God to help you understand why certain things are happening in your life. Ask God for the wisdom to be like, okay, this is happening. Is it something that I can work on? Is it something I can do something about? If you lose your job, can you apply for a new job? If you lose a loved one, if someone dies, well, that's a whole different thing. But you can ask God to comfort you and to help you understand why this person had to go. If you lose, like if you get dumped, well, pray for God to bring someone nice your way or pray for God to give you peace in that situation. Yeah, just constantly ask for peace in situations where you're feeling conflicted about stuff that is going on in your life. Yeah. So number 22, relationships are simple. It's never complicated. I feel like we complicate relationships for ourselves. Every other time we don't communicate, we don't say what we really feel, we don't put ourselves out there. As human beings, we don't like to be vulnerable. And I feel like relationships are the most intense places where you can be vulnerable. Show your partner who you really are, who they're getting to know, whom they're getting to date. Yeah, I feel like the moment you are open and you communicate with your significant other, it's so simple. I've always thought that it's as simple as boy meets girl and boy and girl like each other, and then they decide to date, and a step-by-step thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you may not agree with me, but I've always felt like that's how relationships should be, and that we complicate these things for ourselves. We want to beat around the bush. You don't want to tell the other person that you like them. You want to date 10 people at once and figure out which one you like, which is fine. But at the same time, you're just complicating things for yourself, yeah? So it's never complicated. It's never that I'm in a complicated or I'm in a situationship. Those things happen, but they happen on our own. Like, we make them happen, yeah? You easily get into a situationship. You don't just wake up and you're like, oh my God, this is a situationship. So I feel like, yes, relationships are very simple. I have come to learn that, yeah? Okay, number 23. Still on relationships. If they do not want you, there's nothing you can do that will make them want you, and vice versa. If you don't feel the same way about someone else, it's very hard for that to change. And even you could find that it's like someone has done the most for you. Like, they pull all the stops, or you pull all the stops for somebody else. But if you're constantly second guessing, it's very hard for them to do something that will make you change your mind about them. And this is more in that space of time between where you meet someone and you're getting to know someone, and you're telling yourself, okay, maybe if I get to know them for a few more months or a few more years, that I will want them the way they want me, or vice versa. But I've come to learn that as long as someone is not in that mind space for I want to date now, I feel like most times, more often than not, people know when they want to date. People know when they want you, yeah? When they want to be in a relationship with you. Someone knows, 100%, a person knows from the moment they meet you. I don't know. And I'm not saying that you love at first sight. I'm just saying someone knows that a situation is heading in the right direction from the word go. They'll meet you and they'll be like, okay, you know what? This will just be a friends with benefit situation in their head. Or, you know what? I actually think I like this person and I want to get to know them. And I feel like this would be an amazing person, an addition to my life, Or, yeah, I doubt this person will add any value to me, so I might as well. And I feel like we make this really bad for each other by not saying what you really want, yeah? And just back to my previous point of relationships are simple. And as much as, yes, it will hurt if someone tells you, I don't want you or I can't date you, but I feel like you're better off telling someone from the word go, I don't think this is going to work. So that when they put themselves in that situation of constantly still talking to you and still wanting to hang out with you, then it won't be like you're stringing them along. they will actually, like, you'd have put it out there and told them, you know what, I'm not looking to date, or I'm not looking to have a friend with benefits. All I want is a boyfriend, or I want to actually settle down, you know? I feel like we should learn to be open with each other in that sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Number 24. We're almost done. Contentment and fulfillment. I've learned to be content and to chase fulfillment. Yeah, I've learned to be happy with the situations I am in. Like, and even if it's a bad situation, I've learned to feel each and every emotion. Yeah, I feel for me that's what contentment is. To be able to be like, okay, you know what, I'm sad, but you feel the sadness until it goes away. Yeah, be content with, I mean, the people you have around you. Be content with your job, your friends, your family, your significant others. Just learn to be content and to appreciate the people around you. Yeah, and I've learned now to chase fulfillment to the point that if I'm in a job or if I'm doing something, that when I get out of that place, that I will feel fulfilled more than, oh, how much did I get from that gig, or how much are they going to pay me? Like, is it something that will give me fulfillment? Is it something that will make me feel, like, make my heart feel full? I'm learning to chase after that more than chase after riches. And I know it may not be the best thing, yeah? And I'm praying to God that I do not end up poor because of chasing after fulfillment. But I feel like I have found more happiness in chasing after fulfillment, and weirdly so, everything else has fallen into place for me. Like, even when I would say, okay, yeah, this is fulfilling, but then it also comes with a monetary reward that I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's not so bad. But because now I was already fulfilled about what I was doing, then the money is just a plus, you know? But I would advise you, anybody, like, be happy in what you do, be content and be fulfilled. Like, chase after fulfillment to the point that even when things sometimes seem to be going wrong, you'll be so content and so happy in the situation that you won't start thinking, okay, what am I doing here, or why am I here, or, you know, leaving because you're thinking, okay, I'm not fulfilled. Yeah, so chase after fulfillment. It's so important because it comes with so many things, you know. Being content, being happy, and feeling fulfilled is just a whole other level on its own, and comes with so much peace of mind. Yeah. Okay, so 25. Parenting is not easy. Yeah. Like, right now, I'm watching my son standing on a chair. I'm watching my son standing on a chair, and I'm thinking, okay, I can't stop, but I can stop recording. Okay, get off that seat. Yeah, standing on a chair and jumping down. Parenting is not easy. I always told my friends who are like, oh my god, your kid is so cute, and I'm just thinking, well, yeah. There's the cuteness that comes with, oh my god, my son is brilliant, my son is amazing. But then there's so many other things that come with parenting, or being called mom, or being called dad. And it's one of those things if you're not psychologically prepared for, you lose it. And that's when you hear people having postpartum depression, which is really sad, yeah? But I always tell my friends that if you're not ready, like, even if you plan to have a baby, like you guys have been trying to have kids, or you've planned to have a baby and the baby comes, or the baby's on the way, learn to sit and psychologically prepare yourself to be a parent. I feel like for me the easier part was pregnancy, giving birth. Like, labor, yes, it hurt, but it's not the same as parenting. You know, parenting is lifetime. You're a mother forever. And if things don't go right, it's hard. It's like really hard. It's an amazing feeling. It's fulfilling. It's such a happy, like it's full time, and it gives me so much joy. But at the same time, I sometimes sit down and I'm thinking, whose child are you? You know, like who's your parent? Because it's not me, you know. But always psychologically prepare yourself for certain things. I feel like, I mean, parenting is one of them. I think marriage is another. Like, if you plan to spend the rest of your life with someone, psychologically prepare yourself for that. Yeah? Anyway, moving on. 26 and 27. I'll combine these two because it's almost one and the same thing. But 26 is friends. Friends, friendships, all in one. I have learned to appreciate my friends. I have learned to just enjoy the fact that I have such amazing friends in my life. And the thing with me is I learned to pick quality over quantity. Yeah, quality friendships go a long way. You could have 50 friends, you could have 100 friends, even 20, but they do nothing for you. But you could have 2 friends or 5 friends, and your circle is so close that you laugh together, cry together, you're there for one another in everything and anything. And I feel like that's more important than having the numbers, you know? So I would advise anybody who, especially young people, like if you're looking to have solid friendships, chase after quality friendships. Don't chase after quantity. I mean, if you're okay with your 2 friends and you guys are doing the most together, supporting each other at school, business wise, work wise, keep at it, yeah? And also make sure you are a good friend to the people around you. Don't be the toxic friend, don't be the negative friend, don't be the one putting others down. Be a good friend and pick good friends. Surround yourself with positive and amazing people. People who won't bring you down, people who will support you and who will lovingly criticize you, you know, who will tell you, okay, you know, there you're not doing the right thing, or I don't think that's a good idea. But they're not telling you that out of malice, you know. And sometimes it's very hard also just to know who your true friends are and who your fake friends are. But I think it's time we learned to appreciate quality friendships and run away from toxic friendships. Yeah. And then number 27, family. Oh, my family. Like I always consider myself overblessed to have the family that I have. My parents, my siblings, my child. Amazing. Like I would not trade them for anything. I would, oh, like yeah, they are amazing. And I mean, over the years, I've I've always appreciated my family because we're a close knit family. But over the years and more, I just thank God for my family because I feel like sometimes even where I am today, I would not be where I am if it wasn't for my family. So learn to appreciate your family also when they're still alive. Like appreciate the people around you when they're still alive. Appreciate situations. Feel every emotion, yeah? So from all this, I would say, out of the 27 nuggets, I would say love yourself so that you can love the people around you. Appreciate who you are so that you can appreciate the people around you. Yeah? Understand yourself mentally, physically, emotionally so that you can be healthy for the people around you. Yeah? Everything should come from within. Yeah? It should be that I'm you know, you should know yourself to the point that if someone points out something about you, be like, yeah, I know, and maybe I'm working on it, or you know what, I don't think it's something that I can work on. I'll pray about it, and hopefully God will take it away. You know, stuff like that. But know yourself to the point that you you have a self-esteem, and not that kind of self-esteem that puts people down, but you carry your head high, knowing that even when people make negative comments about you, or someone says something that is not to your liking, it will not put you down, not bring you down, okay? And I think the most important thing that I've learned about over the years is happiness. So, as I said, self-love, happiness, appreciation, what else? God. God is 100%, like I believe 100% that God is there, and that God controls everything. Everything I live for, He controls it all, yeah? I've learned that I'm enough, and most of all, I think that I've learned that I am highly emotional, and this is just for like my closing nugget. For a very long time, I used to think that it's a bad thing, because it would go against me, and especially in relationships where a guy would say, oh, you're too emotional, and it's just because I'm very expressive. Like, if I like you, I will tell you, I think you're an amazing person and I'd like to get to know you. But very many people, I think, fear that. And I'm like, you know what, it's okay. One day I'll meet someone who'll be like, I like that. you know? And so I'm highly emotional and I love it. Like, I love the fact that I feel every emotion. If I am sad, I will allow myself to be sad and it will pass. If I'm stressed out, I will allow myself to be stressed and it will pass. And I feel like that has made me who I am today, the strong woman I am today, because I believe I am hella strong. And I would not take back my life. Like, I would not have another life. I would not live in any other way, because I feel like I have grown so much. I have learned so much in this life that I have lived. And I feel that it is time that we have these conversations. It's time that we love ourselves and invite so much positivity into our spaces and just be happy, learn to be happy. All right? Anyway, so that was my 27 nuggets. I am done. I'm out. I hope it has spoken to somebody. I hope someone feels uplifted, and I feel that it's something that we should be doing, like on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, where you just evaluate yourself and think of what you've learned in that past week, in that past month, to just sit and be like, I feel like this week was like this. How do I feel about it? Just let's not be doing it. I mean, when you turn a year older and you sit back and you're like, what have I learned? Like, do it on a daily basis if you can, It helps you grow as a person, and it helps you appreciate everything around you, yeah? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you in my next videos, and don't forget to live, love, and dance.